So a little bit more on this topic of authenticity because I'm loving it. So far, we've seen two major celebrities die this year in 2025 around the same time, and that was Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy, God rest his soul, I had the opportunity to sort of work with him briefly by creating an advertisement for his family, which he approved of when he was auctioning items in his home. But to the point that I'm trying to get to. Both of those people lived in their ego character so die hard that they died way too young. I don't know if many people caught that, but that sent me a really clear message about where we're headed and how we can hopefully potentially stop our ego from derailing our life and stealing our life force and taking us out of this world potentially too early before our due date. Think about it. Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, that's not who they were. Those were characters that they had to play. Characters that came along, oftentimes in Ozzy's case, with some really bad habits, and the whole cycle went on and on, right? The drinking and the drugs and the wildness to try to get attention. It's so sad. And Hulk Hogan, too. I mean, I don't know too much about him, but he played a really rough and tumble character, and I'm sure that wasn't good for his physical, mental, emotional health over time. And though not all of us are Ozzy Osbourne or Hulk Hogan extreme level of ego self, we all have that sort of limiting ego identity. The issue for me over the last few decades or so, since I really realized that that's not the way to go through life, is feeling alone and isolated, like one of the only people in the world who wants to tell truth, one of the only people in the world who can handle truth, and feeling like I'm living amongst a bunch of sad sheep who don't want to fully embrace their ego, meaning who they really truly are as people, instead of this shallow version of themselves that's afraid to say anything true or embrace anything true that they really feel. Falling into narcissism, scapegoating, or feeling like the golden child in the family. Either way, you're not being authentic. So be aware. We are entering times where a lot of things are changing. The climate, the economy, and even how we view power and leadership. Every day I wake up and I hope for a world where 200 people that we know as the 1% aren't controlling the very weak minds and realities of 8 billion people.